Something that I've had to consistently do in my life ever since I became a content creator 3.5 years ago is keep my ego in check. And this is something that I honestly do every single day because I have learned so much about energy, about expansion, about power. And I know that when a person comes into a place of power, whether it's influence, it's more money, then that amount of light, right, it expands their vessel. Equally so, there's an amount of shadow that can overrule that light if the person is disconnected from their soul. And this is something that I see all the time. I live in New York. Like, you have no idea how many people that I see that started out with one vision, but then they make a certain amount of money or they get a certain amount of followers and they completely lose sight of why they started and their ego just takes over. My parents always taught me to be humble, and not humble about like me or my strengths or what I have to offer to the world, but humble in the sense that never think that you're on a pedestal. Never think that you're above somebody else. Just because you make money, just because you have followers, just because you have influence or power does not mean that you are above somebody else. And unfortunately, a lot of people are in that energy, and this is why also that type of energy will end up being their downfall. And I think especially for people who have any sort of power, whether it's being a creator, a celebrity, a business owner, or just someone that people look up to, you have to consistently keep your own ego in check. You have to stay grounded. You have to remember that you're human, that you're not above anybody else. And that's why I always go on social media. I'm like, this is what's happening. Like, I want to be vulnerable. I want to be real. I'm not trying to pedestalize myself or anybody else. And I think it's such an important thing to always keep your ego in check, because I honestly attribute so much of my success and my abundance to that. It's the fact that I am not blinded by the external. Like, I understand that anything external, materialistic, money, it's great. I'm not against it. I love it, but it's just a reflection of my own state of consciousness. So if my state of consciousness is from the ego and I'm not fulfilled or whole from within, that shit means absolutely nothing. Like, you guys have no idea how many creators are on here preaching about God knows what, showing off their fancy cars, whatever, and they're not actually embodied in the practice. And so I think we all have responsibility to continuously stay grounded, to continuously come back to your mission. Why do I exist? What's my dharma? What's my purpose? To be a purpose-driven individual with values. That's what's going to protect you.